everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Janet, and if you're new here, make sure you hit that red subscribe button, give this video a like, and make sure that you're hitting that notification bell. And if you're a returning subscriber, then welcome back to my channel. Today, I am going to eat under 20 grams of net carbs today. Today is Monday when I'm recording this. All right, you guys, we are starting this full day of eating with my coffee. You guys already know how I make my coffee, but if you're new here, I like my coffee. I've actually been liking the instant coffee. So I put 3 teaspoons of instant coffee in hot water, and then I add 2 sweeteners. And here, actually, let me show you, because I think it's just going to be, this is the instant coffee I've been using. It's really, really good, really creamy. And then I use 2 sweeteners of this sugar substitute. I don't know, it tastes the best in my opinion. I use a half a scoop of the salted caramel keto collagen right now. And then right now I've been using this skinny syrup, which is the Christmas cookie, and it's really, really good. And then I put about, I would say probably 2 tablespoons of whipping cream in my coffee as well too. Sometimes if I get fancy, I actually make my homemade whipping cream to put on top. I will actually link that video here. Really, really easy, you guys, and it's so good. And then I'll top it with like a little bit of cinnamon, but I don't have any of that made right now. So we are just going with our plain Jane coffee. And you guys, I wish I had something like more to report, but it's still cold outside. I think it's minus 25 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is Fahrenheit, but I have no updates for you guys for the weather. So it is what it is, right? So today's my day off. It's another Monday and another day off, which is awesome. So I slept till about 10 o'clock, and it's just after 11 o'clock right now. So I'm just having my coffee, which coffee will break my fast. I just don't have anything to eat until later on in the day, but coffee does break a fast. But I finished eating actually early last night. I ended up eating, like, I think I was done eating by 5 o'clock, to be honest. So I was done eating fairly early. So that's a good 12, and so that's 18 hours I've fasted before I have this coffee. So that's pretty good. That's what I kind of like to be around. I have mentioned that before, that I kind of like the 18-20 fasting mark. It just makes me feel the best, and I have more energy and just feel more full. I'm not as hungry throughout the day when I've been doing that. So today you will see what I eat. I'm going to try an OMAD, but I am going to have 2 meals with that 1 meal a day. Does that make sense? But I do have 2 things that I do want to eat and make. So I'm just going to combine them into 1 meal. I might eat them like maybe not all at once, but definitely within that like 4-hour period, that my eating window. I'll probably have like my meal probably around like 4 or 5 o'clock. We'll see how that is. And sorry, I'm still using my camera, you guys. I haven't gone and replaced. My daughter got me that camera for Christmas, and I feel so bad. It's like a dream using a camera when I'm vlogging, and she got insurance on it, or warranty on it, I should say. So all I have to do is literally take it there and they exchange it for a brand new one. I don't need a receipt or anything like that. So what had happened was, I think what had happened is when I was recording my video for the cake pops that I made, the keto cake pops, I will link that video here. They turned out absolutely amazing. You wouldn't have even been able to tell the difference between mine and Starbucks. I'm just saying, you guys. But they were really good. But anyways, what had happened was I was recording and I had it on my little tripod, and it screws into the tripod. But the angle that I had it at, like the camera was pointed too far down, that all the weight was distributed, and it ended up falling over that way. And that's the only thing that I can think of that would have happened to it. So it may have gotten like, I don't know, something happened with the volume, obviously, because the volume is way down and it's muffled. So I'm really disappointed about that. But the good thing is that I can get a brand new one. I just haven't done that yet. So maybe this week sometime I will do that when I'm working, and I'll go in early and exchange that. But yeah, it's such a difference with quality and definitely sound. That's probably where I notice it the most, is with the sound. Because when I do it on my phone, like the sound isn't perfect. The the picture is pretty good, but the sound is still kind of quiet. So I always have to kind of increase it. And then when I increase the volume on the iMovie, which is how I edit my videos, then it sometimes get distorted. So I'm really sorry if the quality just isn't there for the sound, but hopefully this week I will be getting my new camera and all will be well. So it's almost March, you guys. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that it's almost March. And we're supposed to be having a break in the weather in the next couple of days. So I am going to start walking at least 3 times a week. That's my goal for starting out. I always do a lot of steps when I'm at work. When I'm at Winners. Winners is like a TJ Maxx in the States. And so when I work there, I get an easy like 6,000 to 7,000 steps per day when I'm working there. So in a day, I can easily make that 10,000. That's always my goal whenever I wear my Fitbit Versa. That's always my goal, is to hit the 10,000. But I just want to start walking outside and doing a little bit more, like especially now that it's going to have a break in the weather and it's supposed to be like around that 0 mark, which is going to be really, really nice. It's just been way too cold the last week and a half for me and my dog, Aries, to go out and walk. We usually go for a 30-minute walk. And we enjoy it. Like, he enjoys it to the fullest. Of course, he's a dog. He's a Labradoodle, and I enjoy it. I like getting the fresh air and just being outside. And I always think to myself, do you guys do this? Like, I hate to think this way, but how fortunate you are that you're able to walk and that you're able to get outside in the fresh air and to go for a walk and to move your body. My dad is 80 years old and he walks 5K every day, whether it's in the mall or outside. He walks 5K every day. He's been doing that since I can remember, like when I was in high school, grade school, and he's been walking all the time. And I think that's why I enjoy walking so much, just because I've been around that. My mom was always pretty fit as well too, and enjoyed walking and being healthy. She was always the one eating like salads and being that healthy person. You know what I mean? So just think of how lucky you are that you're able to move your body, and always keep that in mind if you're contemplating on going to work out, whether it's weightlifting, walking, running. Just think of how fortunate you are to be doing those things and how healthy you are to be moving your body outside. So try to remember that, you know, and take advantage of that, right? So that's what I do a lot of the time when I go out for my walks, or when I'm kind of getting that motivation to go out for my walks. All right. Enough morning rambling. I'm going to finish my coffee here and let's get on with the day. All right, you guys, I am going to start with my meal 1. It is almost 2 o'clock and I am going to make meal number 1. And I decided just to keep it simple. I've been craving bacon and eggs lately, so I'm going to make a bacon and egg sandwich. So watch to see how I make it. Making the bacon. And this is the bacon I used. I got the pack from Costco. This one, unfortunately, it does have 2 carbs per 2 slices, but that's what I'm going to be using today in my egg and bacon sandwich. I'm just going to fry up this bacon and then we'll put the eggs in next. My bacon is done. I just put it off to the side here to let it cool. Okay, guys, I'm going to try this thing. It says that if you drop, this is another thing on TikTok, if you drop an egg in a pan, it'll make the perfect egg. So let's give it a try. I don't think so. Maybe it's different for farm fresh ones. I'm just gonna make a fried egg here, so I'm just gonna flip this over. I've just left the grease from the bacon in the pan. That's what I'm using here for the grease. All right, now I am just going to toast 2 slices of this bread. I find it at our Costco here in Southern Alberta in Canada. It's really, really good. It is 2 net carbs per slice, so it is pretty high, but it is good. It tastes like real bread. So I'm just going to toast up 2 slices of that. All right, we have our 2 slices. I like to put mayonnaise on my egg and bacon sandwiches. So I'm just gonna put some mayonnaise on there. And I also like some cheese, shredded cheese. I just get the Costco brand shredded cheese. I was shredding my own, but now I find it just easier just to get the shredded cheese. I just use a little bit. Then I will put my egg. And then I will put my bacon on top of that. You guys always know I kind of break apart my bacon all the time. This was one of my favorite things, like before I was keto, I loved making these bacon and egg sandwiches. They were so, so good. And that is it, you guys. So let's plate that up. All right, I'm also going to have some cheese with this as well too, some cheese and ham. I'm just gonna use 2 of these that I get from Costco. And I'm gonna have 3 slices of the ham that I get from Costco as well too. So I'm just gonna wrap those up in the ham, and I'm gonna have those on the side as well too. I just feel like I need a little bit more, to be honest. And there we go, you guys. First meal of the day. First meal of the day. That looks absolutely delicious. And then just my little ham and cheese wraps as well too. All right, you guys, that was absolutely amazing. That sandwich, that breakfast sandwich, highly recommend you try that if you're craving like your bacon and egg sandwiches. Prior to keto, you can just make it with keto bread. I ended up only having, I had 3 slices of ham and I only ate 1 of them. So that was a lot of ham. These are really, really big pieces. But I'm gonna package that up and have it maybe tomorrow or another day. But I had the 2 pieces of cheese, the 1 slice of ham, and then my breakfast sandwich, which was absolutely delicious. Hit the spot. I am full. And I'm going to be having my last meal. Like I said, I wanted to do kind of 2 meals within my eating period. So I will have my other meal in a few hours, and you will want to stay tuned for this recipe, you guys. My next meal is going to be amazing. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I will have it in the next clip. All right, you guys, I am going to get started on supper. It's about 4 o'clock, and I just thought if I could get this all done and prepped, then I can just throw it in the oven when I'm ready to eat it. So we are hunters. If you're new here, we do hunting and we do our own butchering. So for the most part, we have elk or deer meat. So I put a little bit of oil on the bottom of this, and I'm just frying up some of this in order to put with our crepini lasagna, you guys. That is what I'm making for supper. I have seen this recipe. I have tried it before. It is absolutely amazing. It tastes like real lasagna, no word of a lie. And this is what I'm talking about. So this is the crepini egg wraps. I get these at Costco. I forget how much they are. There is 14 wraps in here, and look at the macros for these, you guys. They are absolutely amazing. For 1 wrap is 1.5 grams of fat, 0 carbs, and 3 grams of protein. So in this recipe, I think I use about 8. And it's so good. I'm going to make 2 servings of this actually, just so that I have leftovers. I am going to be using the Rao's marinara sauce. I get this at Costco as well. My Costco finally started selling it, and it is 5 net carbs for a half a cup. So there's that. That's a pretty low carb option. And these are just the 2 dishes that I am going to put in the oven. Thinking that this will be a serving for each. And these are oven safe as well too. So that is what I'm going to be making the crepini lasagna in. I will link this recipe down below, you guys. Like I've said, I've tried it before and it is absolutely amazing. Tastes just like the real thing. So let's get started. I am going to make the cheese because you do use ricotta cheese in this recipe. So you mix it with an egg and some cheese just so that it stays all together. So I'm just going to lightly beat 1 egg. I'm going to put about a half a cup of the ricotta cheese in with this mixture. That's about a half a cup. Then I'm going to put some shredded cheese. Now this recipe calls for grated Parmesan. I don't have any right now, so I'm just going to put some of this in with the mixture. I would say that's probably maybe about a quarter of a cup. And then we will be putting shredded cheese as well in between the layers because this is a lasagna, right? All right, there's our mixture, and let's start assembling our lasagna. I'm just going to put our cheese mixture to the side, and I am making 2, which I'm going to use 8 per thing. So I have 2 here because I'm going to double up. Each layer will have 2 of the egg fins, all right? So I'm just going to make these to size. So this is what I'm going to do for that. I'm just going to put the bowl that I'm using, and I'm just going to cut around it, and then I will save the pieces that I don't use. I can always do something with them. I'm not sure exactly what, but hopefully I'll be able to use them for something. I don't really need new friends, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone who can play though, wanna hang with me. I'm not really looking for a friend, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone not afraid to give it all to me. Get next to me, get next to me. All that I want is to get next to you, get next to you. Not asking for much, but it feels like the two of us are golden, are gold. You see, we'll do you good, so take a chance on me. It's magical when you are close, so get closer, babe. We'll do you good, cause I am golden, I'm golden. You're not really looking for a friend, so at the top for me. Never thought the love would be easy. I also wanted to say, you guys, these freeze really, really good. I actually froze this package that I'm using right now, and it froze fantastic. So I am going to start layering. I'm going to put the egg fin first. And then you guys had seen I made the mixture. It was about a little more than a half a cup for this whole entire thing for the meat sauce. So that's pretty good. It'll be even lower in carbs per serving. So I am just going to use a scoop, and I'm just going to scoop this on that. Using the scoop is about a half a cup. So there we go. Then I'm going to put some of the sauce, the cheese sauce that we made. Put a little bit of that. There we go. And put some shredded cheese. I'm just putting like a little handful, probably like 1/8 of a cup. And then we will repeat with each layer, you guys, and hopefully I will get 3 or 4 layers out of each. So let's continue making both of those. All right, you guys, that is all assembled. I did use 8 per container because I did 4 layers. And to be honest, I think I might have to freeze one because these look pretty heavy. I think I'll only be able to eat half of one maybe for a serving. But man, these are so good. I'm gonna put extra cheese on top because this is my final layer. So I always like putting a little extra cheese on the top. All right, you guys, and then that is it. Really, really simple and easy. We will be putting it in a 425-degree oven, and we will check on it probably in about 20 minutes or so. I should also mention that we need to cover these with foil for each one of them as well too. So we'll keep them covered for about 20 minutes, and then we will check on them, and we will take the tin foil off and then cook them for an additional 10 minutes. So if you're missing lasagna, I promise you, you guys, this is gonna taste just like the real thing. All right, it has been about 20 minutes. So we are going to take off the tin foil for the last 10 minutes. And oh, it looks so good and smells absolutely delicious already, you guys. All right, let's finish cooking these 10 more minutes. All right, you guys, we are ready to take the lasagna out of the oven. Oh my gosh, this looks absolutely amazing, you guys. So I left it in there 10 minutes uncovered, and they turned out absolutely perfect, you guys. So I will see how much I eat at supper time. I'm actually going to try for half of one, and I created a recipe on MyFitnessPal. So I highly recommend you guys use either Carb Manager, I think it's called, or MyFitnessPal. You can create recipes on those apps, and then you can get the accurate amount of net carbs and calories for your macros in order to stay on track.
I'm gonna let these cool and sit for a while, and then we will serve up a portion for supper. All right, guys, I sliced one of the containers in half, and I will definitely only be eating half of this. This is actually a really big piece, and it is absolutely amazing, you guys. I have made this before, like I've said, and it's so good. You guys won't even know that it's made out of like a zero carb egg thin. They're that good. So I think I'm gonna freeze this one actually, and then this one I will have as a leftover. And all right, and I'm not gonna have a side with this. This is going to be a pretty heavy meal, and I think it's gonna be pretty filling. So I will put up the calories and I will put up the net carbs for this recipe and for the amount that I'm having for today. And I'm also going to have with it my diet cranberry ginger ale. I get these at the dollar store for $1.25. They are so good. I'm addicted to them. I can't find them in a case anywhere yet, but I just kind of stock up on them at the dollar store. They're so good. So that is what's going to be for dinner tonight, you guys. You guys, to end off this day, full day of eating, I'm going to have 2 of the Built Bites. These are really, really good. These ones are the white chocolate cherry sundae ones. So I'm going to have 2. 2 of these are 4 net carbs. I will have all of the calories and the net carbs labeled in all of my meals today. But this is how I'm ending the night, you guys, with a little bit of something sweet. And that will conclude my full day of eating for you guys.
All right, you guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching my full day of eating. Make sure that you let me know down in the comments if you like these videos, and I'll keep on making them. Make sure that you're hitting that red subscribe button. Give this video a like to let me know that you're liking my content, and also hit that notification bell so that YouTube can notify you when I upload a new video. Thanks for watching.